Absolutely. We'll see the battle bus coming through right now. It's a top to bottom split, not something we usually see. Usually also split all the way down halfway on the map. Looks like a diagonal grilled cheese sandwich. And there's going to be a lot of people flexing over the south side snow portion of the map.
Far away from the hot springs, you have pressure plant that if they know that player is separated, there could be a lot of aggression very early to pick that elim up. Speaking of early elims, Schmeck goes down here at Happy Hamlet.
Yeah, these guys have had a couple of rough games in there. They had a strat coming into this entire heat, which is, fight for Happy the whole time, land on the north side.
We watched Hornet Secretio opt to farm after he took a wall on the inside. He didn't want to apply pressure, just wanted to prevent them from pushing out of the box, essentially, without having to fight through enemy builds. Going to rotate around, go out, finding some tags in there. A little bit of shield damage. Player stuck at the bottom of this build. No shield remaining. Some big hits there, and Vice goes down. Going to be a second elimination, which means this is now a 3v1, basically a freebie for that third elim if they find Lyrison, but he has escaped to the east, rotating away. Exactly. Yeah, with that many players, you have all three opponents stacked together. If you're going to try and go for just that kind of one-off elimination point, it's almost probably not going to happen, just because the downtime when you have those immunity frames after you get knocked, you won't be able to pick up the elim before literally their teammates are right on top of you. But Lux from Luxury here picking up one and then the two there. Finds a pair of eliminations, puts this trio at 3 here at Fatal Fields, the north side. Quite a bit of loot in the inventory. A chance to rotate almost freely now as this POI is cleared out. We'll have to see Emad and crew rotating out just a little bit to look back up. Ghoul's still in the mix. Emad moving inside, gonna try and take some of these surfaces and move into a better spot. Scrubs does get found and eliminated, so that siphon comes on through.
That looks like Melody might be the last person left alive at the moment. Very interesting strategy here as well. Knowing that Scrubs was so low, they actually changed layers and made sure they cleared out every possible known angle below them, then went back up for the elim just in case there was something cheeky going on. And now, once again, we saw it before as well with Tickers and Happy Hamlet. Slow, methodical, grouped gameplay because it is 100%. Game 5. There's no way they're making any type of mistake.
TK rolling in another team. This most likely looks like coming from the south, so this is your lucky landing team opting to push in the middle of this 3v1 situation. They do, in fact, find that elim, so Melody is eliminated. 82 players remaining, 29 trios, but Emad caught off guard. TK picks up the knock there. No elimination just yet. Players starting to rotate out and away from this fight. But if you look at the minimap, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, even down to the southwest, 6 trios in the area right now, which means this is going to be one of the highest contested spots in the map, and in the southern side of the circle with not a whole lot of natural structure if you don't count the corn wheat fields right here. Because that strategy, no one's going to expect a random one-off out, sitting in the field so long as he does not move too much, give away a position. A big snipe there, by the way, from your boy Tfue. Finds a solid connection. The knock, a little bit of pressure from the second to last. I think he's got the last one coming out right there. Try and see if he can get a bead on him. Good luck to Lyrison, by the way, hiding out in that cornfield. Tfue, though, applying pressure, some shots on the builds going up. Looks like they're building and defending to try and get that revive off. Looking back the other direction, I think at this point, Tfue's basically decided, okay, I'm not going to be able to get that. The bubble's down. I'll let them get that pick up, see if anybody else is around.
Yep, you touched on the fact that you can't move when you're in the actual cornfield. Tfue, if you're just moving out in the open, can still snag you out. The entire map is his cornfield, right? The accuracy, especially with these power weapons, such as the heavy sniper, he can land them on people gliding, and right now he's got a setup and actually seeing how people rotate in their layers. So it's great. Fiber is down at the moment, though, right? So this is going to be a two-man effort. That's 1,500 less mats, 5 less item slots for their whole trio, and kind of mayhem moment for anyone rotating in late. The pink team still on the bottom right of the screen. Run out edge zone have not moved yet. It looks like they just launch padded based on the speed of their arrows.
There you go.
But let's see if they can land successfully. Let's see if Panda, once again, he's 2 minis left now. I guarantee we've seen him take so many shots to his body. Health got knocked as well from a heavy sniper. Hopefully he doesn't get back up. Tosley actually going down, the 3rd or 4th party we saw coming into Fatal. A lot of loot gained, a launch pad as well. Chug splashes gained 2 on Fuzzy. Huge plays.
Seeing how many people were around that reboot vein in Salty would be interesting because, oh my gosh, Tfue with that heavy sniper rifle finds Starzy, and the aggression begins. Multiple teams actually using launch pads to fly forward. They might land all the way up top, looking for the wall replace, gets it, finds the follow through, and Swifty slides, no longer with us. A pair of eliminations for Tfue, putting them at 2 thus far.
No more Swifty highlights coming in on the end game, unfortunately, at the moment too as well.
To see here a little bit of a material bounce between them. They're just holding it down at this point. They're closer to the front of the next zone. They don't have to push too aggressively. They can kind of wait and bait some players on the move, and I would expect Fuzzy maybe an edit there in a second. Doesn't go for it, but players were flying past outside of that wood structure. Opts to not take the shots just yet.
But the big thing as well when you're mid-ground, taking shots on players that are flying just before you have to move can sometimes be a big risk because then everyone actually realizes exactly where you are and how you're going to move. Spoofs doesn't see that coming though. Instantly, as I just said, he's shooting up, his wall gets taken out by an AR, and the heavy snipe comes in on a kind of reverse actual situation, usually the heavy being something you play off of to beam someone else. A nice half pad coming in, the bat glider deployed out. Can they stay as quiet as the night and build a base up and then move off of it with that shockwave? We'll see as the whole map is developing. Blake FPS is actually up top on the high ground with his trio. Tfue now on side of the storm. Everything kind of looks kind of shambles for him at the moment. He has a lot of mats. Sometimes, once again, these guys are taking big sacrifices in their game to kind of flip around their game plan. They are together though. I'm wondering where Kanata is.
Taking another layer of the tarp as they move through here. Some Splodes kind of breaking up the mix. Bubble comes out, trying to protect. Tfue staying on top the situation thus far, trying to maintain this height, trying to maintain as many of these surfaces as he can. Get forced into a drop down, maybe a shotgun fight. Little battle down here at the bottom. Caught inside next to a box of an opponent. Finds Roat on the outside, the rotation through, still in the storm. Finds another one, tries to lead through with back-to-back shotgun shots and cannot land one. Gets eliminated on rotation, and Tfue's trio is out of Game 5.
And now it's the most disastrous position for anyone on mid-ground. The ultimate low ground is going into a river. So the people pathing must actually take that into account and try to drop their trio to an actual layer that can kind of sustain and survive where they actually are, because being too high, one RPG, even a heavy snipe shot to your mat could spell imminent doom, sending you all the way down and away from your trio.
I'd like to point out real quick, Snood popped that edit open and tried to take shots through. With the storm being so small now, even the shield bubble, the wall of it, it kind of blends in with the edge of the storm. So I don't think he even realized it. There it is again, trying to take shots down. That shield bubble is blocking the rounds still, and they're sitting inside it right now. Kind of have to wait. There we go, finally. Lunezi down to the bottom, Snood beaming from above. So many players in a mix. It is absolutely shooting fish in a barrel right now as Snood and squad is at 11 eliminations.
And that's before they even have the cream of the crop position. This is where you can actually see them utilizing that 360-degree, basically playing VR in Fortnite.
100%.
Looking everywhere else, up, down, left, right. You can get headshots looking downwards. You can affect height looking upwards and claim your lair 24/7, no matter how ultimate low or height changes. This is the best position ever. There are still 10 people left alive. 4 trios placement. 2 of them are coming in. Lucas goes down. Dwifo now in the driver's seat.
Shots underneath, a quick little push through. Hansen gets caught off guard. Wife on the feet, picking up a pair now. 2 trios. It's a 3v3 situation. A big hit from underneath. Wifo down to less than 100 HP, and the storm is going to start to tick. Finds the knock on the outside, but gets knocked himself, and it's all down to Snood, the last one remaining. 1v3 situation for this game, and the shockwave into the sky. Finds one. Tyler's back-to-back, and Snood takes home the victory royale. Oh my gosh.
Where we are sitting right now, still not panned up Fuzzy and STO, a dominant lead, but look at where that rocketed Cloud, Thwifo, and Snood to 32 points, bringing them all the way up. They were sitting at 26 before, which would have had them off of this page, and they effectively now shift everyone down one. Connor to Tfue Fiber still there. The RBK boys doing okay, hanging out in 4th, but now let's take a look at the line right now with one more game left. It's at 38 points. Right now, TK, Tosley, and Schneider are okay, not great in terms of it, but 3 points being clear of that. However, Pigot, Teo, and Cody have been pushed down over and over again. The OCE boys, who everyone was really high on after watching their gameplay and watching the aggression, are getting pushed down a little bit now when it's not necessarily about just pushing on. Let's flip to the second page real quick just so we can see who else is hanging around. And again, I'd say that line definitively right around that 16th spot. 26 could still get there with the right